Again, thanks for your patience. I really appreciate you. Good to see you, Jack Watson, Annika, Sam Peterson, Kimmy J. What's up? Awesome. Dawn Marie. I have a cousin named Dawn Marie. So good to have you guys here. Just diving into the schedule. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late, but we have a lot going on, just so you know. As you can see behind me, we launched Creative Cloud Express, which I'm going to talk about. So we have some live streams on that, so keep an eye out. You can see Claudia's little thumbnail above my head. So we also have hand lettering as well, and everything. So yes, I am live right now. So thanks so much for joining me. And yeah, so also we have editing with travel film, editing a travel film with Just Weotech as well. So cool. Good to see you guys here. Fantastic. So that's the schedule. It's going to be awesome this week. Sorry, I'm actually 30 minutes earlier than I am usually. Yeah, so I'm just glad you guys are here. But let's dive into some news because we have some announcements. All right, and thank you for that as well. Cloudy is up next, just so you know. But yeah, so just some things in the news that you need to know about. Adobe actually, and I'm going to share my screen and show this to you. But we're in the middle of acquiring a company called Content Cal. I just like letting you guys know about this. Just because, like, yeah, you need to know about this stuff. It might not be relevant to you just yet, but it will at some point. So these are just sort of like potential future offerings that we'll have at Adobe. So Adobe to acquire Content Cal needs to be approved and all that stuff, offering creators new social media planning and publishing capabilities. So this is exciting. All I can do is extrapolate to see how this would benefit us. But I think this would be a good fit for lots of things. For Creative Cloud Express, to be honest with you, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But it looks like, looks like they updated this. We completed its acquisition of Content Cal. So Adobe customers will soon be able to seamlessly manage social media publishing workflows in products like Creative Cloud Express. Exactly like I just said. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm so glad you guys are here, and that's pretty cool. That's awesome, man. Things move fast. But I'm excited for publishing workflows. Like, just make it easy for me. Like, let me publish directly to all the social media platforms that I'd like to. So that is the goal. So, all right, let's zoom back out. That's announcement number one, and probably where I'm going to go next. You know where I'm going to go next, which is right over here. Adobe.com, do a / express. Adobe Creative Cloud Express is, it was basically Spark, but it's updated with new tools, capabilities. Do you know we have 20,000 fonts in Adobe Fonts right now? It's pretty darn awesome. So, yeah, and that's available to you right now, which is awesome. Just launched yesterday, and I think it's pretty cool. So yeah. All right, so there we are. You can see right in here, of course, you can create a new project. You guys know how this goes. I can show off some of the new features, so let's just kind of go up here. I'll just create an Instagram story, right, really fast. And I'll show you just some real quick things. And again, Claudia's going to be up next, so don't need to sweat this too much. But I'll go ahead and select this specific design, and I'll select this. And I love this right here, remove background. Right, so if I want to remove the background, I don't know what's going to happen with this image, but we could always clean it up as well. So selecting that, we've removed the background, and I can restore parts of it as well. So that's what I'm doing right now, is like restoring parts of that photo that I need, which I think is super cool. Zip, 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 just like that. There we go. You guys get the idea. Restoring and all that good stuff. So I can click done. You guys get the idea. How is everybody? I love Adobe fonts too. So like we keep adding a ton of fonts, which is why I usually like to highlight a font. But you know, we're up to like 20,000, right? And I love the feature being able to turn them on and off also within Creative Cloud. So just kind of keep that in mind, or monitor them. If we go into Manage Fonts, right in here, you could see the previously active. So since there's so many now, sometimes you'll be asked to turn off old fonts just so it doesn't take forever to sort of launch Illustrator or whatever. So you can see previously active fonts right in here and reactivate them, which I think is cool. All right. Jan just installed CC Express, which is awesome to hear. Let's click done right there. And apply that cutout, and we can move on. What I showed a couple weeks ago is actually going into download and downloading the PDF, right? And you could download the PDF, right? And open that up in Illustrator. So you could actually have access to the different assets of any one of these templates. And I don't know if it's supposed to be that way, but I'm sure just kind of telling you guys as professionals, that's what you can kind of sneakily do, is jump in and access all these assets and things like that by downloading the PDF and opening it up in Illustrator. Cool. All right, Froja, I am doing well. Good to see you here. Gus is in the house. What's up, Gus? Good to have you here as well. And let's move on. All right, Creative Cloud Express. And this is only a piece of it, by the way. So if we go back to, say, for instance, you know, the number of projects you have. But if you just click off to the side, you can see you can even create sort of web pages and videos. So let's not forget about that. I think those kind of get lost in the mix. We use web pages all the time. Like if you want to do like a trip report, we would create an Adobe Creative Cloud Express web page, right? So a standalone web page. You want something more than just like an image, you can use a web page. I think that's pretty awesome. So, and then all these awesome actions. But again, Claudia's going to talk about that next. You don't need me to talk about it. You guys get the idea, don't you? You got it. All right. Ven's in the house. All right. Also moving on, I think this is really cool. Just kind of threw these notes up here, but also we launched updates, or we updated updated Photoshop on the iPad, which is super cool. Smudge tool, sponge tool, so much fun that I'm totally going to show you guys right now because I think this is, again, really awesome. If you just give me a second, I'll get this party started. Just gotta grab my lovely iPad. So again, I've been waiting for the smudge tool, and it's cool to see how responsive and fast it is on the iPad. So that's what I'm like thoroughly impressed with, by the way. So something you definitely need to check out. I'm gonna switch over really fast. You'll see it here in a second. Let's jump into this, and let me actually switch back really fast.
I don't know that one.
You know this one. You know this one. All right, here we are. I'm switching back to my screen really fast just to show this. As I jump into here, you will see, again, I'm just on my iPad. Does it have the shape tool? No, it does not, right? But we also have Adobe Illustrator on iPad as well. So if you're into making lots of shapes, think about using it. We're still working on our sort of cross-compatibility with these as well. But let me just kind of show you real fast. The smudge tool and the sponge tool are brand new, right? So we can go into, say, smudge. That's what I'm going to select. I'm going to make sure this is a reasonably sized brush. And I'm going to make sure the strength is cranked all the way up to 100%. And I'm going to move my keyboard out of the way so I can actually draw. And then right down here, of course, sample all layers, use pressure for size. So I'm going to sample all layers. I'm going to be on a layer on top there. And then we just can kind of go in and just say Like that. And then let's just turn off. Again, we are sampling all layers, and we quickly made something like that. Again, we can go back. I'm not crazy about that V, so let's just go in and do that. Turn off that background. Oh, did I paint right on the background? I might have. Yes. Don't you guys just love the smudge tool? You guys love this? Isn't this very nice? It is very nice. And look out, Fresco. We're coming for you, Fresco. Just kidding. So that's what we have there. We can still keep on our background, by the way. Let's say, for instance, we want to remove color from the background. And, well, then that's where the sponge tool comes into play. We could desaturate. So this works out great. If you take a photo and you like have red eye, I'll go in and I'll desaturate that red, typically in eyes. But you can obviously see how it works. I'm going to crank this all the way up just so you can see it well. And then we can kind of go in and I'm actually desaturating on that layer. Right? Just making it basically black and white, getting rid of that saturation, obviously, right? So now our text can stand out a little bit more or whatever. Right? Pretty cool stuff. Hopefully you're into it. Yeah. Afroja likes it. That's good to hear. Yeah, so again, super fast, smudge tool. One of my favorite tools on the desktop. Like, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my laptop, but it's just not, I mean, it's just super smooth on the iPad. And I'm just so impressed with it. So please have a lot of fun with it. I promise you will. Because it is fantastic. Okay. Have fun, everyone. Yes. All right. Let's move on. You guys get the idea. A couple other things. If you are ever using a mouse, you actually have the tooltips. You connect. Yeah, you can connect a mouse to your iPad if you want to. And, of course, various bug fixes and such. So... happy Tuesday, too. Bruce Gonzalez. Good to see you as well. All right. I want to move on to some creative work now. Let's do it. All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm drinking a mint mocha coffee. That is the coffee of the day, and it is delicious. So there is that. Right in here, just to get you inspired, because that's what I need, especially on a Tuesday morning, right? We survived Monday, but I love Janice Jurek's work. This is called Blue Monday, even though it's Tuesday. This says is made in Photoshop and Illustrator, but I absolutely love this work called Blue Monday, right? And I would like to find out more about this. This project could at least use a little bit more of the making of, but can we just admire how awesome it is and what a great idea it is and how really you can build a career off of this one style. You could literally be the person that owns this style, and then everybody else is just ripping you off. Right? But there's such an amazing, cool, I don't know, cutout look, right? Look at that. Come on now. It's so good. Can we just say that this looks awesome and I love all of this work, right? So good. So impressed, right? Super cool. Oh, Matthew, you like coffee-flavored coffee? I used to drink coffee-flavored coffee. Now I'm on the kick of all the fun stuff. Thank you so much for posting that, Sam. I really appreciate it. Again, I was inspired by this. I'm going to show you two other projects since I have a couple more minutes. This by Rain Look, okay, and let's just click. I kind of want to click on from China. This is Maley Snow Mountain, and look at these gorgeous Maley Snow Mountains. So you're gonna just see a hint of color, right? Obviously photography, and then a little bit of Photoshop as that sun starts to peek over the mountains, right, and light them up. But look at that. You know, you really just have like a minute to get this perfect shot, and it's just gorgeous. So hopefully this inspires photographers out there, people like Paco's in the house. It's pretty amazing. I think it just looks really cool. Even taking something ordinary, you know, you catch it at the right time of day. And, you know, again, in that golden hour, this is like the golden minute, more like, capturing these perfectly lit mountains, which I think is pretty impressive. Right, again, I wish I saw the before pictures just so I could see what was added to it, but I think it was really impressive. And again, just search for rain look, and you don't need to because Sam posted it for us. Thank you, Sam. You're awesome. This 5A from Ahmed Othman, 5A launch campaign. This is sort of a blend of sort of taking photography and giving it a graphic design look, which again, I think is super cool. Very graphic, hard graphic lines, right? Bold colors. We talked last week about one of the hot colors of 2021 is orange, and sure enough, we see that tangerine orange in there, and just some gorgeous photography, sort of with a graphic design bent, if you ask me. So that is pretty cool from Ahmed Othman, and that's what I have for you to inspire you. So yes, go get inspired by what you saw today visually, and use those new tools like Creative Cloud Express and Adobe Photoshop on iPad that has updates. Reverb Mike, I don't know the answer because he does not say if the sun lights them up or if it's Photoshop. So good question. We don't know. Hey, try to do it in Photoshop. That'd be a lot of fun. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. Appreciate you guys. Claudia's up next with Creative Cloud Express. Going to dive into more of that, so that'll be super fun. And I really appreciate you and everybody hanging out with me. And don't forget, a ton of free stuff out there that you can grab, even from Creative Cloud. But hey, use all those free assets in Creative Cloud Express as well. So thanks, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with me, and we will see you all very soon. Thanks for joining.